One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bulls will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida State's offense will have the football first. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter. That's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, Dave?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love. Yeah,
it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching.
Looking deep down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
He's got him. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Trying play action. Backs looking for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bulls offense has the ball for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows?
He's got it. 1st down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Barry. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And he bats it away and falls incomplete.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage, and he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way, so he's showing you right now he is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a 1st.
They'll go to the ground. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their 1st drive of the game is working to perfection.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. They'll be opening up for the passing game.
Now on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USF!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll give it to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Well, Wilson to pass. With the catch, it's Jackson. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Used the play fake, down a throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll run the counter. Turning it on. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking downfield, it's Barry. Got the back over the middle. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Going with the ground game left. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He'll take it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over the Groupers. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Noles will hustle for the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's loose. There he goes. He's at the touchdown. No. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Rams him with the stiff arm. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is bad.
Wide open spaces. Oh, a lot of space. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Florida.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The inside handoff. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He's got 67 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Wilson will throw. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Working that left side now. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Here comes the option. Spins away from the defender. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Barry. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make the play, and stop the bleeding.
Got his man quickly.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got enough space. Touchdown Bulls. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wilson to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Gibson. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. The Noles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll move the tight end. He'll throw on third down. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The run to the right. Across to 45. On the move is the 30. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USF!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field.
Speeding down the left side. Lots of running room. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off-play action on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise, we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
To the air, it's Barry. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit, because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. The play action fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulls decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. We're starting to get late. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, running back on the move.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He'll do it himself on the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the returner is stopped. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Using the quick game. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. It's a seam wide open. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Jones wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it, and the Bulls get it past the sticks.
Well, one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the 4th quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Wilson will throw. Snagged out of the air. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And in this situation, late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Here's the handoff. Finds a little space. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Seminoles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Wilson to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
But trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Gives it on the option. Steamrolls his way ahead. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Gets it to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unleashes one deep. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And he'll go out of bounds, and he will be short of the first down. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Running to the left. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wilson will throw. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Breaks the tackle. Got the first down and still on his feet. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Gonna run it. It's Flowers. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.